Hey babes, welcome back to the channel. So we're back today with a new video, and as you can see, we will be doing some more boho braids. Today we're featuring Hot Braids. Big thank you to Hot Braids for sponsoring today's video. So let's jump right into this look. So this is the packaging that came. They gave you a nice set of hair tools to complete your style, along with a bag, and there's also a carrying bag. So this is the hair. I have 20-inch Bohemian curly hair. I have 3 sets of hair. Each set comes with two 50-gram bundles, okay? That's a whole lot of hair. So this is the braiding hair that I use. Everything will be linked down in the description box. This is all the hair sorted on the rack. So jumping right into it, I started my braids in the nape area. I decided to go the knotless route this time, so we have 36-inch braiding hair, but I did add some of this Bohemian curly hair to the end. So we are averaging at like, I'm going to just say 40 inches, 40-inch Bohemian curly boho braids. So I'm starting off in the nape area. For those of you that don't know, when I do my braids, I typically start in the back, but it's a matter of preference. I'm using the braid gel, which is my go-to, and I'm using that to make sure that my parts are nice and crispy and clean. So as far as parting my hair, I like to pre-part as I go in each row. So for example, once I section off a row, I will pre-part that until I move on to the next. I know some people like to pre-part their entire head, and that does work best for some people. So just try to find what works best for you when braiding your own hair, whatever's going to make this process a lot smoother and quicker. So as you can see, I decided to go for, I would consider this like medium small. It's not too small. This did take me a while. Last time I did braids this size, I did split it up in days, and it took like 2 days, I believe. This time I was getting ready for a trip. I knocked this all out in one day and got on my flight in the morning, okay? I was not playing. This hair is absolutely gorgeous, and I want to share a few details with you. So this company is new to me. They do offer a variety of different textures of hair. My favorite thing about this hair is actually jet black. Jet black. So my braiding hair is number 1, and my human hair, this Bohemian curly texture, is jet black. So the color, oh my goodness, if you know anything about this channel, I love me some jet black hair. So this was like perfect, that it was a perfect match and super dark the way I like it. So for this style of boho braids, I believe they call this, there's a few different names for this style, but I know trending right now is the term Bora Bora braids, which I recently found out was named after a stylist named Bora, because you know, Bora Bora, I'm thinking Maldives. Yeah, that's not it. So what sets the Bora Bora braids apart from other braids are the amount of human hair pieces added to the braid. So for my braids, I added about 8 human hair pieces to each braid. Now keep in mind, my braids are super long. I use 36-inch braiding hair, and then at the end of the braiding hair, I added on some more human hair. So I'm just going to go in and add these pieces as I braid. In this video, I do show you how I added my human hair pieces, as well as how I add the curly pieces to the end. I did have a few questions in my last boho braid video, the long one, which was the ginger color. Someone did ask for a detailed video on how to add the curly pieces to the end. So in this video, I show you how to do that quite a few times. So as you can see, I'm using my duck clips to keep that human hair out of the way, because as I add these pieces in, I just use those duck clips to clip them up to keep them out of the way, because if you're not paying attention, you could easily braid the end of one of your human hair pieces down into the braid. So now that I'm looking at this, it may be more than 8 pieces added. I might have done 9 or so. But yeah, we're getting to the end. This is where I add the pieces. So as you can see, I have it sectioned in 3, and I'm using that braid gel to keep the hair separated like that at the end. Now I take 2 pieces of the human hair, and I take the blunt ends and kind of fuse it together with the braid gel, and I just braid it onto or into the very end of my braid. And once I braid till the end of the braiding hair, where all I have left is human hair, that's when I add my nail glue to secure it. And you don't need a lot of nail glue. Avoid using a lot of nail glue because it will turn white if you use too much, and that doesn't look good. So this is what 2 rows completed looks like, and I'm loving this hair. I love this look. Oh my goodness, I did not want to take this out, y'all. I know I say that all the time, but this, I was really feeling this because it was long and it was black and it was the perfect size, and oh my goodness, everything about it was perfect. So as you can see, I'm starting off with my knotless braid, and I start to add the human hair pieces in pretty early because that was the look that I was going for. I was going for a super full look with curly pieces throughout the entire braid. So right after I start my knotless braid, I start to add in those human hair pieces, and I braid down maybe an inch and then add another, and then I just continue to do that till I get to the very end. And then that's when I prepare to add my curly pieces to the end of the braid. So if you didn't catch it the first time, I will show you how I add those pieces again. I was sure to show that quite a few times in this video. I also have close-up shots of me adding human hair pieces into the braid. So I will try my best to include timestamps so that you guys can skip around to the parts that you find the most important. Just going to continue to braid. I'm using that duck clip, clipping it up out the way. And this style, I'm telling you, this is like the perfect style because they are braids, but you also get the illusion of loose hair. So you're not limited to hairstyles. Like, the hairstyles are endless. And no, this hair was not heavy at all. The only thing that really bothered me was when I wanted to put it up into a like super high bun on the top of my head. The braids in the nape area, I kind of felt like I was tugging on them. So those I just had to loosen up out of the bun when putting it into a bun. But the hair itself was not heavy. And this hair does not shed. The way I braid my human hair pieces into my braid, I do not get a lot of shedding. I didn't lose one piece of human hair, and I was in the water and everything. So I'm loving this hair so far. So definitely check the links down in the description box if you are interested. The amazing thing about this hair is the fact that they give you so much. So as I stated, it's 100 grams of hair because you get 2 mini bundles in a set, and those are 50 grams each. It usually takes about 2 bundles to complete a regular look. So if you're going for your traditional boho or goddess braids, you're good with just 2 bundles. I wanted this super full look. That's why I used so many pieces, but you do not have to do that. It's all about, the look that you're going for. But that is really it. I will come back a little later in the video once I get towards the end. So just stay tuned and I'll see you in a little bit. We're getting to the end. This is my last bundle of hair. I want to show you how I prepare the human hair, and I use the braid gel and I actually put it along the top where it's cut blunt, and that helps to separate the little pieces of hair. Once you add that braid gel and you use like a rat tail comb and comb through it, it helps separate it so that when you're sorting the hair, it's not a lot for you to do because it kind of pre-separates it. So that is a cool little tip. I can't remember where I picked that up, but I definitely picked that up from someone here on YouTube, and it works. So here, once again, I'm starting off with the knotless braid. So I'm adding my braiding hair in after I start it, and I do not braid down very far before I start to add my human hair pieces because I want it to be full from the top. So right now I'm going to go in and add my first human hair piece. I put that in and flip the hair up, and I use a duck clip to keep it out of the way, and I braid that down. You want to make sure you have at least an inch. If you are you real good with your braids, you could do like a 1/2 inch of the bulk hair, that human hair, you want at least a ½ inch or an inch of that braided into your braid. I feel like that's what prevents it from slipping out. I also tend to use a little bit of braid gel on my fingers throughout the entire braiding process because that helps to smooth out the hair and prevent flyaways. Not to mention, I do go in with my scissors and clip the flyaways as needed while braiding my hair because that's not something that I want to go back and do after I complete the whole head of braids. Like, I'd rather just do it as I go. So that is it as far as like adding the hair pieces in. So I'm going to do that a few times here so you can see it. But yeah, loving this hair. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you guys. Oh yes, I did not use hot water at the end of this process. So I know a lot of people use hot water and you see it all the time here on the internet, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I personally do not like to use hot boiling water on my human hair because I feel like it never looks the same. I don't care what nobody says. I feel like it never looks the same. I'd rather just use regular, cold, room temperature water in a continuous spray bottle and spray those human hair pieces down, and then I will go in and add my mousse or whatever it is that you use to define your curls. Especially with a beautiful curl pattern like this, I don't want to take the chance. You know, I don't want to be trial and error to find out if the boiling water is going to change the curl pattern because I actually love this Bohemian curly pattern. So yeah, I wanted to mention that. I feel like I said that in one of my other videos, but I'm going to keep saying it. Y'all, stop putting that boiling hot water. Stop dipping it if you don't have to, okay? Don't do it. So once again, I'm adding the human hair pieces. And I think I'm going to leave you guys here because I have covered all the basics. Don't forget to like this video if you are loving these boho styles because I sure am. Don't forget to check the description box for all the details. All products mentioned or used will be down in the description box as always. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not. And yeah, I will see you beauties in the next video. Bye.